Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of IELTS on the go. After spending a day with Chị Tâm at an animal rescue center in Ho Chi Minh City, I'm now exploring a whole new world. Let me drop you a hint. This province occupies the upper reach of Mekong River Delta, and its name can be interpreted as a peaceful river. Yes, you got it right. I mean Giang. But to be more specific, I'm visiting the Chăm village, where thousands of Muslims are co-living in harmony. But this place might seem like a land of tranquility, but it has a lot to be discovered, and I just can't wait to do it with my tour guide, who is also my special guest. Please welcome anh Tị.
Hello.
Hi. Please tell us a little bit more about yourself.
My name is Tuần, and of course I was born in Giang province, but not from here. But my hometown is very close to here. So currently I am teaching English in Long Xuyên City, which is another place in Giang province. I'm also gonna move to Saigon soon for my new job there as a counselor at RMIT University. So thank you for visiting Giang, and I'm very happy to have you here, especially in the Chăm village today.
Oh my god, I just arrived here yesterday, and to be honest, I have fallen in love head over heels with the food and cultures here. I also heard that you received a Fulbright scholarship and also graduated as a master at West Virginia University as a master of clinical social service. That's incredible. Tell us a little bit more about your studies.
Yeah, it was very lucky for me to have a chance to get a Fulbright scholarship, but that was my first master degree. I went to the US at West Virginia University for my teaching English and linguistic degree, and then after that, because during the time that I lived there, I had some emotional problems, so I started using the counseling service at my school, and then I got really interested in it, so I decided to find another full scholarship to get back to my university and start another graduate degree, which is Masters of Clinical Social Work. So now I can teach English, and I can also do counseling or therapy for people with emotional dysregulation or some psychological problems.
Okay, so how did you manage to acquire those scholarships, especially when you grew up in quite an unprivileged areas, when many people still assume that to get a scholarship you have to have like a massive background and live in massive cities like Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi?
Well, I think the first thing that we need to have is, of course, English. So you need to have good English in order to, apply for any scholarship. So it was very lucky for me that my bachelor degree was in teaching English. So I had a chance to, improve my English to a certain level that I can go get a pretty okay IELTS score to apply for the scholarship. And then later you need to, identify what you're really interested in to find a good program in another country, and then just go ahead and apply, because you can only achieve things that you want when you apply. If you don't apply, there's nothing for you to get. So it's simply that way.
So a little bit back to your career in clinical social service. You have to deal with a lot of teenagers, right? So what are the biggest problems facing them nowadays?
I had a chance to work for 2 years in America as a school counselor, and then I also worked 1 year as a mental health therapist. So basically I work with people from a variety of age, from like 5 years old until 75 years old. So, so for the time that I worked for as a school counselor, most of the students suffered from anxiety, depression, and relationship issues. And when they have mood problem, they didn't know how to solve it because they're still very inexperienced in life. So they chose a lot of unhealthy way to help them to cope with their struggles. So a lot of them are, of course, unhealthy. That's why their problems just got worse and worse and worse. So they came to see me I volunteer to be their listener. I listen to their struggles and try to direct them into the healthy path to take action, to take care of themselves and solve the problem. But all in all, they are the one who help themselves to get out of the pit of problems. Not me, I'm just another company going with them along the way.
Yeah, as a teenager, I myself went through a lot of crises in my life, especially during the puberty.
That's right.
Yeah, so I can really relate. And I know out there are a lot of people still experiencing those kind of crises and a lot of chaotic mind in their mind.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you need someone to confess with, please share it with your beloved one. And also there are people like anh Tịnh here who is always ready to help you.
I volunteer to listen.
So now we're visiting a very beautifully designed mosque. Have you ever visited this place before?
I have visited this place a long time ago because I spent 6 years in the US, so I think it has been maybe 8 years since I last came to this place. So this is a Islamic mosque, and the Muslim people in Châu Phong area here, they usually spend time to pray here. So they came here to do their praying 5 times a day. So they are very diligent and very enthusiastic in their praying because they think that it's also a good time for them to do meditation and help them to regain concentration into themselves and keep going with this life.
Do you have a religion?
I do. I'm practicing Buddhism and Christianity at the same time. So people may not like it, but I love these two religions, so I'm gonna just keep going. And later, maybe I'll get to know more of Islam, and maybe I will practice it someday. We don't know.
Can we go inside?
Yeah, I think so. Let's just go inside.
It's my very first time visiting a mosque. And now that I'm in a mosque with an English teacher, I would like to ask him something I've always really wanted to know. In high school, we learned that both Muslim and Islam refer to a religion, but we kind of messed them up. So can you have us differentiate between the two?
Yeah, I can understand that. I have that problem before too. And when I made that mistake, my friend in America who is a Muslim corrected me at that time. So Muslim is the people who follow the religion, and Islam is the religion, and everything belongs to the religion of Islam is Islamic. So this is like an Islamic mosque, and we also have some other words that we need to know about Islam, which is, this is a mosque for praying, and then the Cham people or the Muslims, they usually pray for, their prophet, and there's another word which is related to prophet, which is, prophecy.
Prophecy.
Yeah. All right. So you already seen a little out in the street of this area, and then we already visited the mosque. There is another very special thing of the Cham people and the Cham village that I want you to see, which is I would call it a business, a factory, or it's a place for the Cham women make a special type of fabric with special pattern, and foreigners when they visit here, they love buying the products made by the fabric. So let's go there and check a look.
Yeah, let's go. So the people here mostly live on weaving, right?
Yeah, so that's the traditional job for the Cham women around here, weaving.
I don't know about you guys, but this episode has been eye-opening for me. I didn't know that An contains such depth and breadth of history and culture, but I'm also dying to find out what the challenge for Thiện Khiêm this episode is going to be. Our boy has done pretty well in previous challenges, but let's see if he can maintain his performance in this one.
All right, so this is the place that I told you earlier. It is a traditional weaving business of the Chăm people. So this is the place that they use to make fabric with special color, special pattern. This is the kind of business that they operate to preserve their tradition, the traditional job.
I see why they can live on weaving, because like these stuffs are all like masterpieces.
Yeah.
So the people here speak Cham language, right?
Yeah, they do. So as you can see, these are the machine, the loom that they are using to make the fabric, and we have the traditional Cham women sitting here and make the fabric, and then they use the fabric to make all of these products. So we have hats, we have bags, purses, and also some just fabric to make clothing items. One special thing about Cham people is they speak their own language, which is Cham language. So,
Can I ask her to teach me some?
yeah, it's good that we have the business owner and also the owner of the Cham traditional house here. So maybe she can teach you how to speak a little bit of Cham language. Okay.
Như là vô trong nhà đó thì dùng tiếng Assalamu alaikum, rồi cái chủ nhà alaikum salam, rồi cái hỏi sức khỏe xem mến, rồi chủ nhà nói xem mến.
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Seman.
Xem mến.
Oh my God, I did it! I've just had a conversation in Cham language. I'm so proud. Thank you a lot for today. Yeah. Oh, she's got something for me. It's another hidden word. It's a verb, preserve. I wonder if I can check my pronunciation with my companion, Elsa Speak. Okay, so I'm gonna have a try. Okay. Preserve. Oh my God, I got like 59. I'm disappointed, but you can do better with Elsa Speak. So please install Elsa right now. Thank you a lot for accompanying me today. We've
Thanks
done
for
a lot of
having me.
sightseeing. We've met new people. We've experienced new cultures, and thanks for your pearl of wisdom. But in terms of this word preserve, do you know how we teenagers can preserve these precious cultures?
Well, I think the Cham people are doing it very well.
Yeah.
So they try to learn and understand their culture. They talk and do things with the older people more, and they try to create business like this. Do things every day to immerse themselves in the culture. So I think that's one way to keep the culture alive.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks for your pearl of wisdom.
Yeah.
And now, that's it for today. But we're not stopping here. We're visiting more and more provinces in the Mekong River Delta. But now, we're back to the studio. Bye!
I think preserve is not a terribly difficult word to pronounce, but the tricky part is the ending sound. It's always the ending sound, isn't it? The V sound, right? Preserve. And just that touch, it's going to make you sound a lot more native and a lot more natural. And if you want to practice your pronunciation, open up your Elsa Speak app. It also acts as a dictionary, so when you learn a new word, if you look it up in Elsa, you can also simultaneously learn how it's pronounced and practice it for yourself and get instant feedback from our friend Elsa. Download the app, enjoy it, keep it, update it, and send us a screenshot of your phone so that we know you're enjoying the app as well.